What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD Mobile video. So for the first time ever in my 5-year COD Mobile career, I have finally managed to pull a legendary skin within the first spin. So I was really not expecting to make a video like this. I know I say this a lot, but this time I really wasn't expecting to make a video like this, because usually when a new draw comes out, one that I'm not really looking for, I do those normal 3 spins, right? I always do that to always secure at least a chance to get it for a much cheaper price later on down the line if they ever decide to make some sort of special deal with it. I kind of forgot that it's Thursday and there's always supposed to be a new draw within Thursday. And the Oden Riptide, I know some people, I mean, let's be honest, most of us don't really care about any legendary skin that already has a mythic. But I'm sure there are some people out there that are still fans of the Oden despite it getting a nerf for next season and wanted to probably pick this up. For me, personally, I'm not normally a fan of the Oden. I barely ever use it. The only time I really ever use it is just, honestly, in just rare occasions where I'm just bored and I just want to use something different. If anything, I prefer the Lag 53 because I feel like that's a lot more consistent than the Oden right now. That's just my opinion. I prefer the Lag 53 over the Oden. But today I decided to do 3 spins, and luckily enough, I ended up getting this in my very first spin. It only cost me basically 30 cents. I did the same thing with the Kilo last week, but unfortunately I didn't really get too lucky. I did, I think, like 4 or 5 spins and really didn't get much out of it. I know these draws recently, something that I've been noticing as well, is that they're having a lot less content in it. Usually there's like, what, a 10 spin draw that usually gets drawn out for a bit, but now they're releasing a lot of different draws that just don't have a lot of stuff, and it just kind of increases the chance of you actually getting a legendary skin. I'm not too sure whether or not this is going to be a ongoing business practice that they're doing. Maybe they're kind of experimenting with this, but I have noticed recently that a lot of draws with even the newest of legendary skins are getting these types of formats where you get to pay a little bit less. Normally there will be that one draw where they do that in every season, but recently it seems to be a lot more frequent, at least right now. Is it going to be like that every time? I'm not really too sure, but it is pretty interesting. So let's actually talk about the Oden Riptide. Since I do have it, I guess I might as well just review it really quickly. The Oden Riptide, it's not really anything special. I mean, if you're going to compare it to the Mythic, but if you want to compare it to the other legendary Oden that came out, I think like a year or 2 ago, I mean, that would probably be a more fair comparison, but unfortunately, I don't have my hands on that legendary skin. Again, I'm not one to be very interested in Oden skins. I mean, some of them are pretty cool. I would say like the Battle Pass has some pretty cool Oden skins. And I know the Oden has been part of the meta for a while, but it never piqued my interest. But if we're going to talk about designs, I would say that this is pretty bare bones. I would say it's more of like a glorified epic skin. And that probably is the reason why there's a lot less content within this draw, as well as the Kilo 141. Both of them in reality are just really subpar, and they probably thought that a lot of players are not really going to spend their money on these 2 skins. Especially since, I mean, even with the Kilo 141, they sell that mythic skin like almost like every season, it feels like. So the Iron Sight for the Oden Lethal Riptide is nothing special. It's something that you would normally find in an epic. The design itself is actually pretty nice. I do like that normal, like, wide around design with the blue colors. Again, it's supposed to, I guess, represent more of an aqua theme, even though it really doesn't feel that way. It feels like more of a futuristic type of theme going on. There's no reactive effects. The sound effect, yeah, it's pretty cool. It does have a different sound effect, but in terms of other stuff, like, it does flash a little bit whenever you do get a kill. It's kind of like one of those classic effects, but again, it's nothing to really cry home about. So I'm not going to drag this review like really that far, because again, the skin's kind of just mid. It's a glorified epic, only to serve the people that haven't really taken the opportunity to grab the mythic or that other previous legendary skin. I really see this weapon not really, or I guess the skin not really serving any sort of purpose at all. Well, I'm happy that I did get it within the first spin, which is something I'm sure a lot of people would die for. I don't really see myself using it too much. The only thing that I could actually consider that this thing has over maybe the mythic and even the other legendary skin is that the camo coverage is actually pretty good. When you look at the camo coverage with the mythic Oden, let's be honest, it sucks. The only time it ever looks good is if you have diamond on it, but you could really only see the diamonds on the iron side. That's really all you can see when you're using the Mythic Oden in first person. But with this one, you could actually see basically the entire gun's design with a whatever camo you have on, and it actually does look pretty good. So I will say it has that over the Mythic at the very least. Well, yeah, that's really all I have to say on the Lethal Riptide. Again, cool that I got in the first try. Am I going to use it all the time? Probably not. Might just use the Mythic, but even then, I don't even use the Oden in general, so I'm probably just going to stick to the Like 53. And after the nerf for Season 4, I don't really see a lot of people picking up this weapon at all. I think people are going to switch to something else, or maybe not even use either the Like 53 or the Oden. Seems like just like one of those last minute cash grabs that COD Mobile was trying to do before they nerfed this thing to oblivion. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe for some more COD Mobile content. I'll see you guys next time.